We good? All right. We are live. Welcome to the Gentlemen's Club podcast.
Hey.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is your boy Cardell sitting with
your girl Amanda.
Over there in the back.
Hi guys, it's me, Zach.
Every time, never fails.
I just decided I'm not going to be serious about it anymore.
Hey, you should.
No, it's iconic.
Yeah, I'm with it. How are you guys?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you guys?
Fabulous.
I didn't ask you. I felt bad. I didn't ask you. How are you?
Wow,
how are you
that's
doing?
Crazy. It's like we at once talked about how women should provide a space for men to express themselves.
And here I am providing the space on your podcast.
All right, I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Our podcast.
Yes.
You are
I'm
now
sorry,
part of
you're
the
right.
You'll
family.
get used to
Thank
it.
you.
You'll get used to it.
For those that do not know, Amanda is a new member of the Gentlemen's Club podcast. Yes, we understand that she is a woman, but we think that her opinion and what she brings is very much so important and appreciated. So,
Gang, gang.
Again,
Thank you.
Round of applause to you.
I'm getting so much love.
That's true.
Thank you.
And if you guys enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and share our YouTube page, Gentlemen's Club Pod. Follow us on Instagram, Gentlemen's Club Pod. And where else are we at? We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google
much,
Podcasts.
yeah.
Any
Wherever
DSP that you really like, we're there.
Yeah,
Listen to it on your commute. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, that's where I listen to it.
And soon you'll be able to subscribe and give us money.
Even better. Even better.
For sure, for sure.
No pressure.
Right. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm tired. I can't lie. Life is life. How are you, sir? We still waiting to hear good news?
Bro. You know, it feels like when we go through these episodes, it's like, oh man, like how long is it's as long as you think it is.
Okay.
It's a long fucking time. The shoe is not dropping.
Okay.
But it's okay. Once the shoe drops, I will be a lot more transparent about my journey and what's been going on with me for the last handful of months. And
Hey, that'll be
everything.
interesting. I get to learn more about you, man. That's great.
Wow.
Just say it.
Wow.
And people will learn about the process of what it took, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll share that. I don't care.
That works. That works. All right, man. Is there any pressing news right now at the moment?
I can Google.
I was
Okay.
like, not pressing.
Yeah.
There's news.
I just want to make sure that nobody saw something right before we got started. You know what I mean?
Let's see what happens when you Google search breaking news.
Oh shit, it's gonna be
I don't want to talk about
yeah,
There is important things going on, but not enough.
it is. But I mean, nah, we're not about
I don't want to talk about that.
Nah, we're super cool.
I am, as a business owner, there's some things that have depressed me.
I understand.
Yeah, unless Biden's trying to erase my student loans, let's move forward. You know what I mean?
I support that. I support that. There was a clip that caught everyone's attention. An old Steve Harvey clip that surfaced, and if you guys remember when we do the Derek Jackson episode,
Yep.
and we were talking about certain men, how they move when it comes to pandering to women, and that we saw through your bullshit, and we was going to come back and address you.
Well, we decided to let Steve Harvey live.
Yeah, for sure. And he's kind of old news at the time.
At the time. But an old clip has surfaced.
Oh, so he's still old news. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still irrelevant, but
Crazy. Nah, he's still.
That man's got I wouldn't call him irrelevant.
No, that's you know.
But yes, for sure. So we're gonna play this clip just for happenstance. Give me a second here.
All right, take your time. This will be interesting because I got a theory on
Well,
something.
my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here.
You guys got to see the impressions
you're an
that people
attractive
do of
woman.
him.
There are some guys somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity.
And you
Because
think
we're
most
guys.
men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way.
I loved her energy throughout.
All right, man. Let's.
So there were some truths and there were some falses.
There were some truths.
The 99.9 is like a throw off.
That was a
That is
really high number, sir.
an incredibly high number.
Really high number.
I don't think that sanitizer kills that.
Look at you with the funnies, man.
That's good.
I'm in a good mood today.
I get you. Amanda, give us your thoughts on this.
I got so many thoughts. So I thought, obviously, when I heard it initially, and I think the person asking this question was obviously offended as well, because I think it is offensive to women to think the only reason that you're talking to me is so that you could, there's a crack in the door and you can slide in. Whether or not that may be true or not, I think it is a little offensive.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, but however, I do think that it's sometimes true. Because, there has been moments.
Listen.
Where guys, that I thought were friends.
Listen. One thing I will speak to is those guys that are desperately waiting for that moment.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
We can see you from a mile away.
Absolutely.
Sir.
And that's what we were talking about in the first episode that I was on, was like the creep.
That's
That's the creep.
So a lot of the times that it can be, for sure.
We're not denying that happens. It absolutely happens, but it's not 99.9%.
Yeah.
It's not even close to that.
Right.
It's
a quarter. You could say like 75%.
You think it's that high? I think it's a lot closer to 50.
He's smiling. He's smirking.
Some of the things I've seen, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, I think it. I have found it to be true in some regard.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't know. It's just, it's a little offensive. And also, I'm offended too when you slide 5 years when we've been friends and I'm like, oh, you didn't find me attractive now, but now you're a little desperate. Now you're a little desperate and you're going to come slide through.
Okay.
That's called the long game.
Yeah, for real. Okay, before I give my theory though, what's funny is for some women, they actually use that to their benefit. That is, that is your body pillow when it's a cold night.
And he will come a running.
But
for sure, a lot of guys don't mind filling that void, even if it happens on accident.
That's grimy.
It is.
But here's the thing, though. You make yourself available. Why wouldn't they take it and use it for just that? When you make yourself available to do that.
Okay, so these guys that are sliding in and these opportunities, they're obviously, that's the problem. I think they're not boyfriend material by any regards, because if I was to get with you, then you're going to be sliding in other opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can't trust you now. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I can't trust you because I'm like, you would just take it opportunities?
Okay, no, hold on.
I don't know how to respond to that.
No, I can respect that part, because it's like you figure that they might be doing this at any chance. Is that what you're saying? Right?
Yeah, and a lot of the guys that do this, again, this is my experience, a lot of guys that do this to me, I've seen them do it in other settings to other girls.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's like, it's late at night, we're all sitting around, and this guy's like lurking of like, who's vulnerable at this point?
Oh, you just broke up with your boyfriend? I'm here.
Oh, for sure.
And so I'm like, that's what I mean. I'm like, if you're picking me, I'm not flattered. I'm not flattered by that. Because you could pick anyone that's available to you.
Okay.
And I'm sure these guys, and again, I'm being real disrespectful, but
that is a predator.
yeah, but isn't it? That's kind of what Steve Harvey was saying a little bit. Like, he was kind of saying, like, I can't trust myself around a female friend.
If you don't have enough self-control to just be around the opposite sex and nothing happened, then that's kind of more of a statement on you. Yeah.
And that's what it was. That's what was hard, because he said 99.9, and I was like, wow.
I've been around plenty of women, and my dick's never come out. I was just saying.
That's true. That's completely true.
I'm just saying. Didn't think about pulling my dick out. Just like,
that's true. Okay. So
staying pants.
So check this out. So let me give you guys my theory, right? So if a lot of the best quote unquote relationships start off as friends, right?
Yeah.
So they say.
Aha.
So they say. Mm-hmm. Is this not a smart play?
I think it's how you do it. Like, if we're friends for a long time and then there's an opportunity and you take me out on a date, that's not as slimy as like at the end of the night.
But
you decide.
But here's the thing: he's your best friend, so he knows when like it's a vulnerable moment, like where you, you know what I mean. Like if you're still hung up on this guy, he's just gonna console you and be there for you. Mm-hmm. But at the same point in time, sometimes that's when they take the chance to, hey, you know, I would never treat you like that. You know?
The Usher song, right? The Usher song, yeah.
I would never do such a thing to you.
You don't have
and
to go
Mario
through this
too.
anymore.
Say he's just a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like,
Hey, that Mario song is
Bangers.
that's a dirty Mac anthem.
That is the Dirty Mac anthem, but I love it.
Okay, can we just? I love Mario in general. He's still a good period.
goodness.
Point blank,
Right.
and he's got a beautiful voice. Like point blank.
he can definitely.
He got
sing.
some bangers.
I would play it if I didn't know we were gonna get fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a banger.
But yeah, I think that actually might be the smart long game, man. And to be real with you, sometimes after, never mind.
Okay.
Let me
Let's
clean
bring it
up.
back. Let's bring it back.
There is a genuine way that this happens. It happens naturally, where over time, the more you guys get to know each other, feelings start to develop. And you know each other's flaws and their perfections and everything. It's like, you know what? Spending the rest of my life with you would be a great idea. And sometimes it takes a little bit of convincing. And I use that word kind of cautiously. Yeah. But it's like, hey, you know all my issues. I know all your issues. And we're still here for each other, et cetera, et cetera. Why don't we give it a shot? And sometimes you don't think of it that way because, that's your brother or sister. Figure,
yes.
of course. Yeah. But then there is, like Amanda's saying, the sleazeball that it's late. You guys been at the club. Someone's a little tipsy.
Yeah.
And they take advantage. That situation that's not okay.
Of course not.
But I think, you're right about the genuineness.
But I still would like to highlight that it's not sometimes always on the guy best friend that's waiting for his shot.
Sometimes it's the opposite.
Because you're here, I'm going to use you for whatever I can get from you, and then go back to being my friend again. Yeah. That happens often.
Yes, and sometimes there's friends that have a deal like with that.
That is a fact.
But I think what you were saying with the
sounds like a contract. That's crazy.
Yeah, there is contracts. I think so, but
cut it out.
Ashton just outed himself with his contracts.
No, I'm just saying it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
No, but I think I like what you said about the friendship, because you know that person is genuine. That's what I think would be really awesome about having or dating a male friend, because you know how he treats women, you know how he moves.
There's no surprises.
Yeah, so even if I saw him in another relationship, I saw how he treated someone else.
I know you to your core. So when you want to give me your line BS about how this situation was your fault and you didn't mess it up, I'm going to be able to call you out on it. Mm-hmm. And I just think that gives you a more solid platform for a relationship when you're genuinely friends.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I respect what Steve Harvey is saying, because majority of the time that is true for guys.
Well, yeah, we can talk about that too, because we talked upstairs kind of how, is there a time where having a friend of the opposite sex is inappropriate? Let's ask. I was like, I can ask Zach because he's in a beautiful relationship. So what do you think, Zach?
I'll be completely honest about this. I have in the past been friends with my exes. The second that I start a new relationship, I begin to dead those relationships.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Because it's not fair to my current partner.
Okay.
Regardless of the time frame, I could be talking now, I could be talking in the past relationships, etc.
Okay.
But it's not fair to my current partner, especially if I'm talking to an ex, hanging out with an ex, bringing an ex around.
There's no rules. There's no rules for, or there's no grounds for negotiation or balance.
But you don't know what their intentions are. That's what my thing is. You may know what your intentions are, but you don't know what their intentions are.
There are always like special rules and situations where, you know, things can be changed.
Right.
But for me personally, I don't even want to bring that into it because if I'm legitimate about this relationship, I don't want to make my partner uncomfortable by introducing her. It's like, hey, this is my ex-girlfriend. We're cool now. Is that okay?
Okay, so I got some pushback on that. But what if that is a genuine relationship and you do want them to be in your life? Wouldn't normal people go out of their way to make sure that they bring that person in instead of pushing them out? Like, that could have a reverse effect.
It's a really uncomfortable conversation to have with a partner. Say, hey, this is my ex-girlfriend,
Yeah.
but we're just friends now. Because now you're building a level of insecurity with your now partner that doesn't need to be there.
Okay.
And let me tell you,
And she's validated by it.
let me tell you, if you had sex with her, I don't want to see her.
And that's what it comes down to. If your dick slid in, it's over.
I should make that into a shirt or something. Like, that's a slogan campaign too. Like,
Yo,
because
man.
okay, but the thing of it is,
It's not my
how
experience.
embarrassed. I mean, I don't know. Like, for me, and again, I've mentioned this, that I'm a little insecure. So I think you shouldn't put your partner in that situation. I wouldn't want to be somewhere and I had sex with someone in the group, and then my partner standing there like looking stupid.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Because I would respect him in the same way.
What happens when people start getting married, and does that change anything?
I think it's even worse. You shouldn't do it.
A lot of time has to pass.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the time that the people talking now, the three of us, haven't had. That kind of time.
Okay.
30 plus years.
I'm talking about like 15 years, 15, 20 years of adulthood. Where it's
Okay.
like, all right, I'm so separated. You're married with kids. I'm married with kids.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
And obviously I think the only exception to the rule is if you have a child with that person.
That is when it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
now
you're
you
right.
have to have that conversation with the partner. It's like, look, this person's going to be a part of my life
Yeah.
if you're here or not. And there's nothing.
Yeah. And that's a
That's gonna
priority.
change.
That's
Yeah.
like, that person is a priority to you.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I guess I can understand where you're coming from.
But I would love to hear like on the other side perspective of like,
And here's the thing. I wanted to highlight it, but at the same time, I don't. I feel this could be one-sided. All of my exes could hate me and just pretend to be nice to me. But I'm
tell us in the DMs.
I'm friends.
Just kidding.
Send those to me.
No,
I want to know.
absolutely not. No, we're not doing that.
I'm just kidding.
Absolutely not. I'm friends with a lot of my exes. I feel like if I can be in a relationship with you, you can know me to my core. You could salvage something out of that. Like, this person knows me and has been growing with me for however long as a time period. I feel like that can be a benefit and an asset going forward in friendship.
So let me play devil's advocate for you.
Okay.
So you're dating a woman.
Yes.
You are serious about this relationship with this woman.
Yes.
She is really close friends with her ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
And you know for a fact, just from interactions with him and her in the same room,
Right.
he still loves her. And
Okay.
she interacts with him on a regular basis. They go out to lunch together.
For sure.
They talk all the time. They
For sure.
text. When you guys are arguing, she goes to him for comfort.
For sure.
Would that bother you?
Yes, we would need to definitely do some surgery when it comes to that soft spot.
That is the same shit.
No, I understand that. I'm just willing to do the surgery. That's it. Like, I'm willing to do the surgery on either side.
So
I think it can get toxic when you drop everybody. Like, I feel like if that's a main part of your friend group or something like that, if that's someone you really rely on, it could get toxic when you're in a relationship if that partner is making you drop everyone. So I do see what you're saying. Like, if this person's a big part of your life.
That's my only thing. As long as and to be honest with you, it requires a lot of trust. I realize how it looks. I realize how it comes across. Trust me, I've been there a million times over. I'm just saying that it is still possible to have it happen.
So I'm going to share this
Okay.
from a past relationship, of course.
Crazy. Been married
Speaking,
Nigga been married forever.
speaking to an ex casually. This is how I built this philosophy that I have.
Okay.
She obviously knew that I was in a relationship. I had no intentions of doing anything foul.
Right.
She expressed her feelings towards me and that she wished that we were still together.
All right, guess
It's
what?
that what if mentality, right? Like, what if things would have worked out?
It's like, oh, you're happy. I'm not.
No, come back. Come back here and be miserable.
that's
but more
that's
or
what
less.
yeah, that's the conversation. It's like you always think, and for me too, it's like even when I see someone like in my past or something like that, it's like something goes through your mind, even if it's like even if you don't think of it at all, something goes through your mind like, man, what if something were to happen between us, you
Of
know?
course, but you still, it comes down to the person that you are, the respect that you have for the person that you're with, and a trust factor between the two of you. Like, I realize that everything that I'm personally talking about, that shit's tricky. Like, and you're just gonna have to trust me, and I'm going to show you in the process. Like, she's gonna come kick it, or he can come kick it. But
I think that's what Steve Harvey was saying, is that and again, I shouldn't say this, I'm not agreeing with him, but I'm saying, I think that's what he was saying, is like, I'm not even going to put myself in this situation.
I completely respect that.
So I guess I want to ask you, so if you're in a new relationship and you're still trying to build that trust and you're still trying to build that relationship, don't you think that that's an extra hurdle that may not need to be there?
1,000%. Listen, everything that you guys are bringing up it's accurate. I'm just saying that sometimes you just have those moments. This is long after. You know what I mean? Like, you could still be casual with them. Like, I'm just not the type to cut everybody off.
I'm not talking about casual. Casual is different.
Okay, I get you. But you talking about like the whole best
Like,
friend.
I'm not gonna ignore you if I see you out in public, but
Right.
it's like, yeah, no, let's go out to lunch. That's like, let's hang out all the time. Let's go out drinking, all that shit.
and
this is like, nope, I got to put a boundary.
Okay, but I got a question. I have a question. If you're out in public with your significant other and you have, okay, because I got strong feelings at this.
I don't like this.
If you have imagine a situationship or even an ex, and they see you in the grocery store, don't wave to me. Don't wave to me. I don't know you. You are dead to me.
Man, I'm coming to give a hug. On you,
Stop
because I know you don't want. Nah, hey, I'm coming to give a hug.
I literally don't know you. Like, I literally do not know you.
That's crazy.
Because that's going to be an argument, and I don't create an argument for people. So this is a public service announcement. If you see your ex or situationship out in public with their significant other, do not say anything to them unless you guys all know each other. Then you have to say something, right?
I support what you're saying.
Because it's a respect thing. It doesn't need to happen.
I get it.
This is what I'm going to say on that. I thank God every day. I thank God every day.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. To be honest with you, I wouldn't give a hug unless we're actually cool like that.
If I was alone,
No, but even so, like, sometimes
I'll be like, what
that
up?
sounds crazy. But I just either just like a wave or something like that.
I just spit on my lap.
I'll do a wave or something. Like, it's just like, or just a nod, like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, but then you're like with the significant other, and they're like, "Who's that?
That's nobody, babe. I don't know who the fuck
Yeah.
that is.
Who's that?"
Just hug me.
All right, so, those situations are difficult,
Especially when you have a type, honey. They already know who that is.
for sure. So I ain't gonna lie to you about it. I'm gonna tell you about it. That's so and so.
I don't know. Look, if I'm alone, you can give me a nod. If not,
I think
walk the other way.
I think. Listen, I think most people are like that. At least I know most guys are like that. If a guy had an ex or somebody that he was talking to, and then next thing you know, out of nowhere, he sees her with her boyfriend, he'll play along. He'll pretend like he didn't see you, or he'll just give you a nod. Oh, what's up? Like, oh, and the excuse that most people use is a situation where they know them from.
yeah,
Most of the time. Oh, high school. Oh, dance party.
dance party.
My cousin's homeboy's friend.
Right.
That's usually how it goes.
Liars, all of them.
I like addressing it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I think, I don't know, it's hard for me because I guess that is a mature relationship where you could have open, honest communication with somebody.
That's really the only place that I'm coming from.
I'm not there yet with the honest, maturity.
It's fucking tough, and sometimes that shit sound like a lie.
It
Yeah.
does.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the truth sounds like a lie,
It does.
and that be the hardest fucking.
Yeah. Now I have to lie to making sure that the truth doesn't sound
Look,
like a lie.
let me tell you something, gentlemen. Don't do that shit.
No,
It's not worth it.
no.
Don't try to
be honest.
explain.
Like,
the
like
situ-
just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because if you try to
'Cause-
lie to
'cause-
cover it up
'cause as
because
soon
it
as-
sounds more convincing,
As soon as they start seeing the chemistry, they're going to assume anyway.
And like I said, it's a type thing too. I think if you have a type, and I see this, and I'm like, come on.
wait, women be like trying to build that chemistry that's not even really there, and that shit has pissed me off.
That's the funny part. You think I have a type, you don't really know my type.
Look, I'm not telling the story on camera,
All right.
but when we stop recording, I'm going to tell you about some shit.
I got you.
About someone thinking you have a type.
Yeah.
No, about some fake energy that like I got crucified for,
Oh,
Oh man, that's the worst.
and I was legitimately innocent.
Right. That's yeah. We got to find a way to circle back to that.
yeah.
I'm
That's a
not
good
going
topic too.
Oh, cool question. Where are we on time, sir?
It's close to wrap up time.
Okay, cool. We got time for our Ask a Gentleman segment.
Yay.
Can we get a round of applause for that? Going forward, ladies, if you guys have some questions that you would like us to try to answer to the best of our ability, send those to Amanda, and she will be trying to gauge some things that we can cover that women would like to ask the gentleman.
Let's grill these dudes.
I was going to say, I think Amanda genuinely likes to put us in a corner.
For sure. I'm with it. That shit was fun.
But
That shit fun.
honestly, the last episode was hilarious, and I really learned a lot. So it's honestly benefiting me, and I hope it's benefiting everybody else
I am
too.
still getting killed in my own house for that.
I gotta talk to her about that later. So I actually woke up in the middle of the night, wrote this down
Okay.
because this is what I think about in the middle of the night.
What a nerd.
Right. And I'm also like, oh my God, he did this to me Thursday.
You all right, man? All right. Which one are we going with? I think.
Yeah, the first one. I'll go with the first one.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is a known fact, or I should say not a known fact. It's a known stereotype.
Allegedly.
I like those words.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, men don't like labels. And we want to know, why don't you guys like labels? This is the situationship phenomenon, you know?
Ash, you want this or me?
I take it.
Both of you guys should answer.
You answer first. You answer first.
I don't know if you want me to do that, but I'll do it.
Yeah, do it. Fuck it.
If he doesn't want a label, he doesn't want to be with you.
Okay, this is the conversation that
No,
I've
listen.
heard this so much.
Listen, it's so real. It's the realest thing.
Okay, then stop calling. Stop calling. Stop texting. Stop
No.
doing that.
No. He wants to be with you.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be with you.
Sure. Sure.
But I agree with you. Yeah, you should stop calling.
But I think this is okay.
I can leave you alone.
This is my problem. I'm not talking from experience. This is just hypothetical. So some women and some men, they agree to this situationship.
This is my fucking bag.
So they agree to this situation, but
Let's go.
Please.
I'm
continue.
sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Let's
But
go.
my thing is that for me, I'm like, okay, this is the new age dating. Like situationships, in my opinion, are new age dating.
1,000%.
Like we're talking stage. It's the same thing as
It's so fun though.
dating. Listen, what I'm saying is, why can't we just call it that? Like, because that means you can be dating other people, but you're obviously pursuing something romantic with this person.
Could be.
Because
Why can't we just call it, hey, I'm dating you, I'm talking to you, what's up?
I love saying that.
Be-
I love
because-
saying
The guys,
most
they-
men do not think that women are capable of handling that emotionally.
that. That's true.
And sometimes they're right.
but like,
I want to change that sometimes to half the time. They're right.
okay, but I also think the problem is that when you're not being honest, like I've heard a lot of guys say, oh, well, I say it's this because I really want this,
Right.
but I'm going to say,
Right. It's a finesse game.
Yeah,
Your
and I can't
actions aren't-
stand that.
Your actions aren't following up. I take full accountability for the fact that I can take a just dating situation and make it feel like we're actually together. That's something that I definitely had to address and I'm still addressing.
thank you
Shame
for that.
on
I know.
Shame on you.
I know. I'm a piece of shit. I know.
No, but it's like I said, it's just being honest with what it is and then sticking to that, but also don't disrespect me. Like I've heard guys be like, what you gonna catch feelings? I'm just like, ew.
Oh man.
You know, or like I said, I talked to you about this. This is a trigger word for me, that we're friends. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Because if I'm your friend, okay, like I said, I'm gonna call you bro in the streets. Then I'm gonna call you bro, and
what's up, my guy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Friends is a label.
It is.
I know, but it's so gross. It's so
label.
gross.
It's an uncomfortable label, especially when you go out of your way to make sure that
I don't
that
sleep
person.
with my friends.
Exactly. And I also said, I'm like, to me, that's also disrespectful because I'm like, what are you saying about us? Like, are you calling me your friend to your friends? Are you calling me your friend? Because it's like, you don't have to tell your business to everybody.
That's a super common thing, though. Everybody says, like, you could, man.
But they're like this. They're like, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's my friend.
I have heard so many times.
I just checked your prostate, but that's my friend. You know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that that's problematic? Bad. That's problematic.
I have heard many times from some of my guy friends that it's like, oh no, that's my homegirl, and I read like so. Depending on the person, I know like
it's
what
rough.
to read into it, and it's like,
oh,
you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
just be vulnerable and say what it is.
That's you can, but at the same point in time, that is risky.
That terminology
that's even worse than saying like I just want to sleep with you. Like to me, it's just like.
Okay, hold on. If you're just saying what it is, then why is me saying that I just want to sleep with you not that?
No, it is. I'm saying you should say that and don't call me your friend because I'm not your friend. Because again, I'm saying like you don't sleep with your friends.
A lot of women do not take it very kindly when a man goes to her and says, "I just want to sleep with you."
I know, but we don't take it kindly to say friends either.
But what if I genuinely care about you?
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what if I genuinely care about you and your well-being?
That's great. But I mean, like, what does that have to do with, like, you could say, that's what I'm saying. I think you're dating. You're dating them. But if you're getting to know them.
But if
in a romantic way.
That's true.
You don't necessarily have to go. When you're dating someone, you have the option of being their girlfriend or boyfriend or not.
People have different definitions of dating.
I know, but
that's the messed up part. But the actual definition of dating, thank you. That's my only point.
Yeah, but I'm saying make that clear, like communicate and say, hey, I'm just getting to know you.
Right.
If we're going to be intimate, I'm just getting to know you.
True.
So, but I think they don't say that. They say
all of you.
Yeah. And they also say, they don't say anything probably in the beginning. And then this happens, this occurs. And then they're like, we're friends. And you're like.
Well, the problem is that the conversation always comes up in an awkward moment.
It does.
There's never a good time to bring up the conversation.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Just communicate, people, and then do what you say you're going to do.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I'm obviously triggered by this, but I just think, it's just.
Really?
I understand. But yeah,
okay,
but if I'm unsure about you, I ain't putting no label on it. We're just dating.
Okay, but do you say you're dating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I've never told a woman that I was intimate with that we're just friends.
No,
thank you for that. Thank you.
Until we're no longer intimate and then we're just friends.
Which I mean, that if you change the relationship,
I get it.
Like no, if I say we're just friends, it's like and we're no longer intimate.
True.
Because what I want to say about this is that when you were trying to be intimate with me, you weren't calling me your friend.
That's facts.
What was he calling you?
Probably nothing. No, I'm just saying. I felt like
that is unfortunately the truth.
The actions or the speech was in a romantic way.
But that's the thing. Sometimes as soon as you put the label on it, and then what if things change? I'm now held to the standard of whatever the label was.
But don't put a label on it. And like I said, why can't you just say, hey.
Guess what? That is, you're asking for a lot of difficult things. There is a window.
Okay.
There's a window. And don't get me wrong, that window can be extended a lot of times if they really, really like you. But there's still a window. In the what are we conversation, and whatever form that it pops up, it's going to pop up. It's going to.
I just wish people were honest. And again, maybe I need to be more, or like women need to be more upfront and just be like, bro, what is your intention? But it's like that scares people, and we don't want to be the crazy person to say, what is your intention? I just wish somebody would be like, hey, okay.
You guys should have a.
The problem is that nobody trusts how the other is going to respond to their answer. So they lie and say whatever they think is the best.
True.
That's the issue with the men, like lying about what their intention is, and then after the deed is already done, y'all are friends, and it's like,
but also
that's hurtful.
That's also when women agree to situationships that they don't really want to agree to.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's also because I didn't know that I didn't have a contract. I didn't know what I was signing up for. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not coming out and saying this is a situationship.
But sometimes it is explained in detail, and you say yes just because you want an opportunity to see if things can go further.
Yeah.
You want to change his mind. I can change him.
I've seen it where, and this is on both sides. This is on both sides, where you start to play the role of boyfriend, girlfriend, and you're like, this is what I can provide for you if this is what we do. Yep. And then the other person's like, still, we just.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. As soon as somebody says you don't have to do that, you should listen to them because they're kind of saying what they mean. They don't want that to become a blurred line.
You don't have to do my laundry. I actually prefer you don't.
That's true. That's true.
I think it's hard because for me, I'm a caring, emotional person, and I've said this, like there's been people that I don't want a relationship with, but I'm a caring and kind person.
Sometimes that is you're exposing them to things that they only got those in relationships.
Absolutely.
So sometimes the level of love and care that you can give to somebody could put them on a level of just like, yo, this is level 1.
They're on alert.
This is level 1.
Yeah.
So I'm already thinking about how much better can this get.
And men and women are both on alert. We're all on alert to be like, this is only going to be a situation. And then the guy's on alert to be like, I got to make sure she knows this isn't a relationship. And then it's
and the second that she does anything that remotely resembles a relationship,
gross.
like, nah, she don't get it. She don't get it. She don't get it. And vice versa.
I literally
it goes both ways.
I've gotten into so many arguments with people who have been like I said, the whole catch feelings things. I literally say that to me, I'm gonna walk out the door. Because my thing is with the catch feelings things is like I said, when you're intimate with somebody, I don't care what you might not.
Unrealistic.
Yeah, it's unrealistic. And also, catch feelings just means I care for this person. I feel something for them. Doesn't mean I want to marry them and have their kids.
As you should.
I'll tell you about my toxic ass shit beforehand.
Gang.
There was this girl that used to buy me gifts, and I hated it.
Oh, swear.
I was like, yo, please stop buying me gifts.
I swear.
Y'all can buy me gifts, okay? Y'all can really buy me gifts.
It's like, please stop buying me gifts.
Right.
I it's cool.
Can you
but
explain?
stop.
Can you explain why?
Because I associated the gift giving with relationships.
Thank you.
I only buy gifts for my partner.
Facts.
I had zero intention of buying this girl a gift.
See, for me, I literally could see some at Target and be like, oh, that reminds me of that person.
I am that way.
And
to my core.
She came from a genuine place.
Look, yeah, she probably didn't even want anything like.
Listen,
well, maybe I don't know.
To my core, I am like that. I'll see
me
something.
Me too. That's my love language for sure.
Listen, to my core, I'm like that. But I've also sent bad messages that way. I've made women feel uncomfortable that way, and I've been made to feel uncomfortable, and vice versa. And it's like I learned from my experiences.
Yeah.
So it's just that's just is what it is. Is there anything else that you guys can think of?
Don't call me your friend.
I respect that.
I have to get that off my chest.
There is somebody in the crowd that is taking notes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, just be respectful and communicate.
Okay, for
How about that? We can leave it at that. Just be respectful and communicate.
Fair enough. Well, this was episode 41 of the Gentlemen's Club podcast.
Never again.
No, never again. That video was hilarious.